The little white rabbit is white and white. Both ears are erect. A flock of ducks swam down the bridge in front of the door. Come on, come and count. 24,678, ha ha. I really didn't expect it. The two of us actually traveled through time together. Bro, this is a good thing. With my 30 years of HR experience at a big tech company, at this point, arrangements must be made for them, wildly painting grand promises with empty tickets. From morning till night, the rolling days are worn down. Daily pressure on PUA. Burial in hard work, the firewood is sparse. That's right, my agricultural university. A PhD in chemical engineering is not earned for nothing. This opening must first be mixed with nitrate and sand to stir up gunpowder, carrying manure and soil, disturbing the soil, moistening the seedlings. Testing and screening materials work day and night. 10,000 acres of good farmland yield good seedlings. Ha! Since you've come to this cursed place, brother, from now on, we'll share both joys and hardships. I want to be a companion. Yes. Brothers who endure hardship together. Ha! Lin Feng looked at the golden Namu wood frame on the carriage. Look at the shoe brocade on young Master Wang. This is not a landlord. This is clearly our mobile ATM box. Body skin rate exceeds 30%. His face flushed red. A typical high-incidence group for cardiovascular diseases. Also, his riding posture was completely off. The center of gravity is too high. The horse was already suffering from the heat, dehydrated and restless. Yes. Oh my God, help me. The master's severed limb was pierced into the meridian between the young master's legs. The injuries were truly dangerous. This branch must not be pulled out rashly. If one rashly pulls it out, at worst, the young master may die of blood. But before his eyes, the scorching heat and scorching sun ahead. Wounds are highly prone to the growth of heat toxins. It dragged on for half a day. The young master's life is in danger. Fart. Our Wang family has had only one heir for 3 generations. If he dies, I want all of you to be buried with you. I'm powerless to help. Save me, save me. Yes. Misleading people with medical treatment. What are you? How dare you offend this old man? Master Wang, may heaven not give up on your Wang family. That was because this quack doctor was shallow and lacked knowledge. It's really not full. My eldest brother has been in seclusion for many years. The 78th generation single disciple of the divine Dr. BNK, known as the life-stealing Lindaxian with ghost hands. As long as my eldest brother takes action, even if the king of hell is on the verge of life and death. The notebook peers through and checked the box. He has to obediently erase his name from me. Shintek's ghost hand takes lives. Lousy studied agriculture. Jack couldn't handle this deal. Today, we're all going to die here. The reconstruction was in chemical engineering. Surgery was only performed on the dissection. Did you use it when you were a frog? He really can save my son. If he survived, I will reward you with 10 taels of silver. If he dies, if you kill us, the two of us will be killed on the spot, to accompany the young master in death. And not only that, we'll even compensate you with a family business proposal, so that he could come and treat him. Treat me immediately. Fast. This young master is hurting to death. Old Joe, you really don't see me as a person. Since the journey is meant to be risked for life, then play bigger, clearing the field except for my brother. Everyone step back 10 paces. Also, give me 2 bags of the strongest liquor from your place. A big pot, a section of hollow supervisors, and a butcher's knife. Do it immediately. If you're even a second late, your son will be dead. Do as he says. Hurry and get the wine. Absurd. It's utterly ridiculous. I have practiced medicine for 40 years. I've never heard of using alcohol to wash a piercing wound. The wine is spicy, cutting into the flesh like a knife. Are you trying to make the young master suffer to death? That's because your liquor is too low in purity and full of impurities. What I want is not horse urine for drinking. It is a 75% ethanol solution used to kill ethylene males. Old Joe stepped up the heat. Blowing. Great Chu's first Earth-based condensation tower was about to ignite. Old Chibi, open your dog's eyes wide and watch closely. What does it mean for technology to change destiny? The area around the young master's wound was already turning purple. Muddy water mixed into the blood. According to your local methods, Within 2 hours, sepsis would develop. What kind of lousy wine is this? The sourness is so strong. The alcohol content was at its peak below 20 degrees. It's better to use it for disinfection than to urinate directly on the wound. This is a good village seller for just 10 won and a dime. Old Zhou sets the pot. Exorcise demons, subdue demons. Master Wang, just call out 2 lunatics. They're boiling wine. Young Master Wang was bleeding dry. Shut up, if you can save me. I don't need to trust these 2 cleverness. Keep an eye on the 2 of them. If it is not cured, immediately beat him to death. Old Zhou controlled the boiling point of water and alcohol at different temperatures. The boiling point of water is 100 degrees. Ethanol has a boiling point of only 78 degrees. Within this temperature zone, alcohol vaporizes first. Drain along the main pipe. Condensation when exposed to cold water. We can obtain extremely purity, highly concentrated alcohol. When the fire is low, the firewood is removed. It's about to leak liquid. Ah, this smell. Fine wine transforms into divine dew. What kind of demonic method is this? What a demonic method. The local police call this Penglai Xinlu. It was my eldest brother who used his inner strength to activate the Sanwei True Fire, the refined 9-turn immortal liquid, and specifically to overcome all evil poisons in the world. It was estimated to be over 70 degrees. Barely enough. Old Zhou held down young Master Wang's leg, ready to pull out the wood. Use a fire striker to roast knife dung. Good. Ha! Wang Defa. Young Master Wang will be in great pain soon. But as long as young Master Wang called out, this shows that the King of Hell still doesn't want to take her in. Ah, it hurts so much. Dad, kill me, Dad. Killing someone poured this strong liquor over the wound. Isn't this just rubbing salt into the wound? Young Master Wang was dead. Quack, I'll kill you. Wait, how is this possible? Damn, it hurts so much. Ha! Dr. Lin is not a divine doctor. The young master's pulse stabilized. The blood poison didn't go in. Good. Physical sterilization is all there is to it. Fuss. Life was saved. But this is only the first step. How is Master Wang? I didn't lie to you. The book of life and death of the King of Hell. My older brother said to wipe it off, and he did. Right now, shouldn't we talk about medical expenses? The 2 masters wanted as much silver as they wanted to say the word. I, Wang Defa, am never careless. Silver Wang Defa. Your vision is narrow. The 2 of us brothers don't want money. We want you to be in the east of the city. 100 acres of the worst saline alkali land. Plus 200 refugees like us who were starving to death. 100 mu of saline alkali land. Plus 200 refugees. Are you starving? The saline alkali land east of the city. Even wild grass is disliked. Not to mention, it's a year of severe drought. I want to feed 200 mouths for free. Corrected. It was not raised for nothing. This is called Series A Angel Investment. And you don't lose out at all. Do as he says. Otherwise, next time your son gets pierced by wood. But no one will save her. 2 divine doctors. Saving my son's life. I am grateful. 10 taels of silver. It's enough for you to buy a big house in the city. You took several concubines. But you want that 100 mu of wasteland. And 200 refugees. This deal, no matter how I calculate it, it feels strange. Master Wang, let's open the window and speak frankly. My brother can not only save lives and heal the wounded. He was also skilled in farming immortal arts. That saline alkali land was wasteland in someone else's hands. In our hands, that's a treasure trove. Immortal arts. I have spent my whole life cultivating the land. Sprinkle a patch of earth until it turns white. Even when budding, they are bitter beyond measure. Do you really think I'm a 3-year-old child? So let's sign a betting agreement. What is a bet? In simple terms, you have to pay the usage rights for that 100 mu of saline alkali land. Lend us another 200 refugees. And offer them a minimum of 3 months. Standard rations serve as startup capital. 3 months later, 就收支时, I guarantee the yield per mu of that wasteland. 3 times the amount of your finest fertile fields. The fertile fields of Great Chu yield no more than 2 shur per mu. 3 times that is 6 shur. Absolutely impossible. If I can't do it. 3 months later, The two of us brothers voluntarily signed a dead-end contract, sold into your Wang family as a slave. My brother's medical skills are like bringing the dead back to life, but it ended up in vain for your Wang family. Are you making a profit? But what if you succeed? If it becomes all the grain produced from those 100 mu of land, let's divide it into 5 parts. You don't have to do anything. You can harvest tens of thousands of gene of grain just by lying down. This is called a win-win. All right, I'll bet this round with you. Someone bring paper and brush. Lee wrote the characters according to the seal. Ha! Old Zhou, you're crazy. We don't even have raw materials for fertilizer right now. The seeds are also of poor quality. In 3 months, the yield per mu of saline alkali land tripled. If I can't get synthetic ammonia, we really have to wash this fat guy's feet for a lifetime. Old Lin, you're a farm PhD. They couldn't even handle a patch of bad land. Besides, the core is to get something for nothing. Trying and making mistakes with other people's money and land. Now we have land and people. As for how fertilizer raw materials are sourced, there will soon be 200 free ones. Cattle and horses are for us to use. In this evil, feudal society, to squeeze out every last bit of value, even if it's a stone. I can also have them squeeze oil for me. The heart rate is extremely slow. Severe malnutrition. Expect them to dig up those 100 mu of hard land. The saline alkali soil is like bricks. He probably hasn't even started swinging the hoe yet. Half the people die first. Old Lin then touched on my area of expertise. You are in charge of the technology. I am in charge of management. Today, let this group of ancient natives witness it. Here's what true wolf-like culture means. Severe dehydration. The land becomes compact, relying solely on manual labor for reclamation. It's physically demanding work. All these groups had heart rates below 60. Severe muscle fiber atrophy, let alone swinging a hoe. Less than 30% could stand. Just let them get to work. Cardiopulmonary load is relied upon. Tonight, this land is a mass grave. Old Lin, you understand soil and genes. Knows how to turn water into alcohol. But you don't understand people. Rags. Stand up for me. Eat grain. Grab this bag of bran. You will be beaten to death by the Wang family's servants with clubs. Don't grab. I'll make sure you are full. If you want to survive, follow my rules. Listen up. I'm a new owner of this land. This grain is 3 months' ration. But I tell you, according to your usual way of eating, a thin porridge meal every day, 3 months later, you will still starve to death. From today, implemented Great Wilderness Farming 1.0 version I Operation Item Box. Everyone is in groups of 10. Freely form 20 squads, regardless of gender, age, or gender. There are only 3 rules. First, the more you work, the more you gain. Dry up 1 foot of land. Each person gets a bowl of brown rice porridge, exceeding the quota by 2 foot of land. Add half a spoonful of vegetable leaves and minced meat. Tonight, each person gets half a big dough of noodles. The second collective responsibility system. 1 person is lazy. The group's rations were halved. The entire team failed to meet the required tasks. Tomorrow, I will only have a bowl of plain water to survive. Third, the last place elimination system. 3 months later, the 3 teams with the worst harvests immediately got out. Continue on the official road as a refugee. And the highest overall score, the first squad. Promoted to management level. Removed from the registry. Receive full monthly wages and live off fine grains. Let's do a group of 10. If anyone dares to skip a single hoe today, I'll skin him alive. Deprivation of basic guarantees. Class conflict stirred up conflict. Plus, the elusive social class rises and the sick and disabled. They competed with each other to recruit young and able-bodied men to form a large army. This set is common in modern society. Tricks hung on streetlights. Put it in this group, there is absolutely nothing. Ancient refugees with resistance to the virus. It's simply a dimensionality reduction blow. Now each person comes up to receive half a bowl of the soup. After drinking, he got back to the fields. Team 5's progress dropped. The one next to you with the hoe can dawdle again. Your whole team is drinking cold tonight. Hurry up and dig into you. Try to get me killed. Aaron Yo went to gather firewood and set the fire. Sure, Hao's group of fools are about to catch up to us. That half of the bread is ours. Respect the core of modern corporate wolf culture. It lies in exploiting surplus value. Create a kind of me for the exploited. The illusion that he can control his own destiny. You didn't even get paid. Just using their own share. Rations serve as bargaining chips to resolve the crisis. This unleashes 300% efficiency. In ancient times, you would be a tyrant. Tyrants in this cannibalistic era. I'm giving them a chance to survive. Wait until the autumn harvest. Grain stores are full. They still have to kowtow to me and set up a memorial tablet for immortality. The ground was turned upside down. But this is heavily saline alkali land. The current crop varieties of Great Chu are combined. In ordinary fields, nitrogen deficiency cannot survive. Extremely low on nitrogen. No electric fertilizer. Nothing edible could grow from this soil. In those 3 months, your output tripled. What should be used to fill out the bedding agreement? You, a chemistry student, can't make fertilizer. You can find synthetic ammonia. The basic formula is nitrogen plus hydrogen. I need high-temperature, high-pressure catalysts, or the most primitive nitrogen fertilizer. Human and livestock manure. But the amount of 200 people. Fill these 70 or 80 acres of land. Bucket. We need a large amount of nitrate, or large-scale manure sources. Additionally, soil improvement requires a large amount of de-oiled gypsum, or acidic substances. Other words, we're going to beg for alms again. Old Zhou is no ordinary stone. This is the guano stone deposit. 10,000 years ago, this was definitely an inland salt lake. So the area beneath our feet is considered to be. Garbage is thrown beneath our wasteland, buried by a natural high-grade phosphate vein. Not only can it be used as fertilizer, combined with potassium nitrate and charcoal, it can also be used to make black powder. Cough, cough, ahem. Dong Dong really can't do this job. The smell inside could kill a living person. High concentration nitrogen-phosphorus composites. After thousands of years of sedimentation and fermentation, extremely high purity, a set of moves faster. Tonight, 20 baskets of immortal mud are pulled out. Tomorrow morning, each person will get an extra mixed wheat cornbread. First place is awarded a spoonful of meat broth. Exorcise demons, subdue demons. I think these two beggars are crazy. Master Wang lent you the land. You all piled up manure and urine in the field. Such moving objects into the earth. For 3 years it grows without growing from the grass. Old Zhou revealed the truth. Add lime to pit 1. Yes, water enters the mud and lungs. The earth dragon is turned around. Physiological acidity. However, to some extent, carbon consumption is intensified. Release a large amount of thermoacid and potassium ions in the feces of mesa, and the top-grade nitrogen and phosphorus found in the manure of the king of pigs. This is the best condition for this type of severe compaction. The traditional compound fertilizer for saline alkali land has been formed. Everyone, shut up. Master Lin is using earth fire to practice auspicious magic, extracting the essence of ingredients to nourish the earth. If you dare to shout again and disrupt the formation, tonight, all rations will be deducted. Yes. In this cannibalistic age, our only asset is the knowledge of our brains. From fertilizers to seeds, a map that overturned the Great Chu Dynasty. Thus, the curtain rose on a wasteland. Pour all the seeds into the center, in that large jar filled with salt water. You prodigal, you just threw away such good grain. You're kicking Master Wang's money. This is called saltwater selection. Dry craving seeds do not have endosperm. If you plant it, it will just die out. As for those that float up, the inferior ones that have emerged, wash them clean and make porridge tonight. Give extra meals to the top 10 in each group. Pour toxic mud into the saline alkali fields. Master Wang will come tomorrow. I will break your legs. Once science turns, miracles have traces to follow. This land of deathly silence will eventually be awakened. What about this? Immortal Master Lin, please bless him. Immortal Master Lin's magical power was boundless. Immortal Master Lin, save me. Damn it, really damn it, Master Wang. Hell is alive. Old Lin, did you see that? This is called product strength. Even if I let them charge into battle now, they also think they are invincible. Lao Zhu, what? Food only ensures they don't starve. But the knife handle of this era is unreasonable. Truth depends on this. Yes, it's going to rain. Flying yellow. Lu Haoyan was furious. Pulling off the spirit brings disaster. Exorcise demons, subdue demons. Ha! I beg Lord Chongshan to show mercy, leaving the Wang family a way out to survive. The Wang family wished to repair the temple and sculpt a golden statue. See, two beggar quacks. This is the fate of offending the celestial venerable. Even heaven won't let you live. Once those 100 mu of land were eaten up and turned to empty land, the bet was invalidated. You'll soon be the Wang family's lackeys. I will personally lock it for you. Old Lin's situation was wrong. These ancient people were completely scared stiff. He didn't even have the thought of resisting. The refugees' spirit was dissipated. The team couldn't carry them anymore. The social locust has extremely developed muscle fibers on the hind legs. Contains up to 70 grams of protein per 100 grams. Carbohydrates are less than 10 grams. Perfectly high-quality eggs are naturally sourced. Extremely suitable for nutritional supplementation after heavy physical labor. Something is wrong with your brain. Hundreds of millions of mouths are about to devour us completely. You're counting protein here. Old Zhou, you didn't study economics well. When the numbers of some disaster break through the threshold, is no longer a disaster. The insect god they knelt to beg for. In my eyes, they can be made to do it, carrying the next month's rations. Notified Lao He to convey 3 new rules. First, everyone stopped kowtowing and stood up. Behind the second tent was 50 deep ditches. Go to the forest to chop dry wood and fill those 50 ditches. Third, tonight we began collecting live locusts. 1 gene of worms can be traded for 2 liang of brown rice. Dead insects are traded for 1 tail. How to catch too many people. Grasping it at hand is simply too much to finish. Once they had grabbed a gene of crazy food, the mutated wheat seedlings that had grown were long gone. No need to grab by hand. Arthropoda, phylum Insecta, class Insecta, possesses extremely strong phototaxis and thermotropism. It's daytime. The temperature is extremely high. They gnaw on green plants to replenish moisture. Wait for the sun to set. The temperature drops. Ignite the dry wood in the deep ditch. The firelight and heat will cover this area. All the insects within 10 li were drawn over. The bottom of the deep trench was laid with black powder and sulfur. These bugs. First, fear of high temperatures. Second, sulfur dioxide is a concern. What does it mean to physically anger the gods tonight? Yes. Hey, ha. The amount of 5 groups from a host. A full 30 gene. 1. Replace 6 gene of brown rice with a live insect. 30 gene of live insects can be exchanged for 6 gene of brown rice. Settled the bill and moved on. Yes. It's too early to be happy. Last night, the only thing burned out was photo traction. A small portion of the vanguard was affected. Daytime temperatures suddenly soared to 25 degrees. The flying red of locusts does not fight a flame. They only target green plants. 100 million mu of wheat seedlings are in them. In my eyes, it's just an oasis in the desert. It must be forcibly blocked with chemical agents. Ha ha ha, burning. Keep burning. The sky is blue and the sun is shining. Let me see how you light the fire. Offended the insect god. You will surely die today. That 100 mu of land. I want to see how you can protect it. All of them will be devoured. I won't even leave you a single blade of grass. Ha ha. I want to see how you manage to protect it. Old Lin, that chubby guy, thinks we're out of tricks. Narrow vision. That's why unnecessary arrogance easily arises. The list of candidates is lowered. Yes. Old Hay brought his people over to collect the equipment. This thing is called a water pump. Listen carefully to the rules. The clay pot was filled with the floodwaters on his back. Each person took a bamboo tube, pumping swing spray. 10 people per line. They stood in 5 rows at the edge of the wheat field. Who dares to back down? His lifelong ration was instantly wiped out. When natural rage reaches its peak, only the flames of civilization and only poison can carve out a way out. Extract ash. Yes. Exorcise demons, subdue demons. What kind of demonic method is this? My food, my money. Master, sir. Yes. The reincarnation of the thunder god. Master Lin did not. Grandpa lay gone. The people's hearts can be used. Now you send these people to charge into battle. They wouldn't even blink an eye. That was the next step in business planning. This traditional stone-sulfur mixture works quickly, but it should not be sprayed for a long time. Excessive alkalinity can lead to excessive secondary soil slabs. We need to build a set. Complete drainage and rotation systems. Grab the knife. Capture them and seize the divine water. There are only 2 of them. Those refugees didn't dare to take it from me. Old Lin, did you see that? This is the consequence of lacking a contract general. If you can't accept losing, just flip the table. Stand up and pick up your supervisor. On my turf, there is neither heaven nor Wang. Who dares to mess with your job? Just let them die. They want sacred water. Then give it to them. By the way, I checked the proportions I just got last night. Ahahaha. Physics can be discussed as divine water. Authorization and agency methods for formulas. Go back and tell your master. Tomorrow, I'll bring the land deed and silver notes to pick up the goods. 480 kilograms converted to the equivalent of the chu. The yield of this last mu of land is 10 dan and 2 worth. Total output is 100,000 gene. The Great Chu is top-quality fertile land. In years of favorable weather, the top palace grain. Stone dough. This saline alkali land, used to bury the dead, under the onslaught of drought and locust plagues, produced the volume of stone buckets. It increased 5-fold. Final settlement will be made according to the Performance Assessment section of Agricultural Reclamation 1.0. After a 50-50 split, 50,000 gene remains. Deduct 3 months of ration loss. The top 3 groups each receive 100 gene of fine grain, 50 gene of coarse grain. The elimination of the way position was cancelled. Everyone is freed from refugee status. Officially became a long-term worker at Haishan Agricultural Reclamation Heavy Industry. Yes. What about it? Who gave you the courage to share my grain? Master Wang followed the contract. Today is the settlement. The half that belongs to you, 50,000 gene. It's over there. We load the car ourselves. It's basically a complimentary logistics service. And the divine thunder was created at the time. It can also make the wasteland grow gold. It's all mine. Logistics, I don't understand your crazy nonsense. Contract this land. The land deed bears my name, Wang. The seeds you plant are mine from. These people are the ones I assigned to you. So it grew out of these 100 mu of land. Everything is mine. No, this is something we planted with our lives. We agreed to give half to our employer. A cheap life. And you even dare to negotiate a split with me, master. Load all those 100,000 gene of grain onto trucks and transport them away. The two broke their legs and took them back to the cellar where they locked up. As for this bunch of freeloaders, they'll be slaughtered. He threw it into a wasteland to feed the stray dogs. This wilderness, on the sly. Everyone stopped and was not allowed to move forward. Help me. Lao Lin, come with me to mediate in a bit. I don't believe in God, but I believe in the truth. The greatest taboo is not trustworthiness. Business society, the moment you tear up the contract. We then entered the merger and acquisition liquidation process. Two poor guys dare to speak arrogantly. Break them for me. Gunpowder combustion produces a large amount of gas. Pressure in confined spaces increased sharply. Follow the laws of gas states. Old Hay brought 10 people to get the pipes. The mouth is aimed at them. The first calibrated ballistic. Lao Lin. Stop. This quality labor force is ruined. Who will pull our rickshaw from now on? We are legitimate business people. In truth, when selling people, one must abide by the law. Ghosts and monsters and weapons. You secretly created foreign objects, disturbing the peace of the local community. I immediately went to the county office and admired the enlightened officials. Let the officials come to punish your crimes. How far is it to the county office, Lord Liu? Enough of the play. It's time to get to work. Lord Liu, you come at just the right time. These two unruly people have seized my land and used demonic energy to harm people. Quickly bring them to justice. Manager Zhou agreed, but I only watch the excitement and won't interfere. You're making things so tense. It's an insult to Swen. Lord Liu, please forgive me. If these low-level slaves were to hack down with their blades. Our exclusive deal with Immortal Drunk is basically over. Even your 30% of the shares would go down the drain. Sir, don't listen to his nonsense. That 100,000 gene of grain was grown in the Wang family's fields. The betting contract has already been torn up by me. There is no evidence. This land is mine. Master Wang, the one you tore up is a draft I copied myself. This one belongs to the county registrar. The original copy of the personally approved A-grade number. Legal blindness is truly frightening. It's mine. The barbershop throws out 100 worth of grain too, and that's mine too. Great Chu has no laws at all. Decide that any extra grain belongs to you. This is a shameless dream. If you want to attack, I will retreat. Flour. They want to use feudal laws against me. In the face of modern contract terms, they are merely lambs to the slaughter. The laws of Great Chu, indeed, do not provide for it, but the contract stipulates it. Annex I supplements Article 3 of the Agreement Clause. If party A unilaterally terminates the contract, or use methods to forcibly seize the harvest, this is considered a fundamental breach. The penalty calculation method is the target. 200% of the portion removed from the output. Article 4. If party A is unable to pay liquidated damages, the equivalent value under their name shall be assigned to party B for calculation. In the end, the total yield of 100 mu of land reached 100,000 gene. Target output is 20,000 gene. 80,000 gene overflowed. Master Wang, you have 200 now. He owes me 160,000 gene of wheat. Where did such absurd terms come from? I've never seen words on the back before. Black on white paper. Your madras pressed underneath. Cough. The Great Chu Code, Volume 3, Manhwa Chapter. Once the contract is signed twice, it is completed. Wang Defa's contract was already clear. You default first. Compensation must be made according to the agreement. You all conspired together. You are deceiving me. 160,000 jin of grain. Based on this year's famine market price, a dough of rice costs 1 tael of silver, equivalent to 16,000 taels of silver. Master Wang has had a poor harvest of fertile fields this year. There's no way he can afford that money. You can only go through the mortgage process. Master Wang still owned 200 mu of irrigated land west of the city. To the south of the city, there is also a 3-courtyard residence. Registrar, please estimate the price. 200 mu of irrigated land was valued at 8,000 taels of silver. The southern city residence was valued at 3,000 taels of silver. The total amounted to 11,000 Rio. He still owed 5,000 taels. My land. Master Wang, don't worry. We will forgive this 5,000 taels out of kindness. This 100,000 jin of grain was made according to the previous bet. Let's each and a half. That 50,000 jin is considered a coffin savings for you. You. The master was no longer upset. Sudden cardiac death caused by emotional fluctuations, consistent with pathological features. Poor stress tolerance. Old Hay drove the Wang family out. Count the batch of grain stored in the warehouse. The government has an official to come. Manager Zhou, you're quite cunning. I'll settle things with the Wang family for you. Shouldn't the share of these dry shares be increased? How much do you want, adults? I guarantee your safety. This 100,000 jin of grain, including the future earnings from a mortal drunk. This office demands 50%. Adults, food is meant to survive. Profits are used for doing business. We can brew wine and farm. And you can even make this. You take 50%. We can't get enough to eat. People are not enough to eat. My hand would shake. This thing fell into the adult's bedroom. Or the magistrate's court. That's not seemly. Manager Zhou. Brother, you sure are quite a temper. Technicians don't know how to break the rules. 30% of the rules. But I promise. This corrupt official cannot be retained. For now, he needed his mineral vein skin to maintain appearances. We currently have 500 jin of gunpowder in reserve. Plus, the Wang family had just mortgaged the blacksmith shop in the west of the city. It seems our Haishan Heavy Industries. The door to childbirth was about to officially open. If you can't get angry, someone might die. You forced my master to his death. Yes, if the debtor dies. Subsequent asset transfer signatures and seals will be extremely troublesome. Yes. Cardiogenic shock with ventricular fibrillation. Not dead yet. What are you doing? You didn't even let go of the corpse. Yellow 6. Yes. Lived. Wangda. Business rules. Debt repayment. Now, 3 parts of your life belong to your creditors. I won't let you die. Even the Yama King's soul-reaping rope can't take you away. The blacksmith shop west of the city is located in the southern courtyard. In your 3,000 mu of irrigated land, all the land deeds must be handed over. Exorcise demons, subdue demons.东家王家所有女春家丁以前数遣散. For old blacksmiths at the blacksmith shop west of the city, the stove and stove have been moved to the backyard. A land deed covering 3,000 mu of irrigated land. All account books must be verified without errors. Old Lin lends a hand. Old Hay passed the message. From today, there are no landlords here, no refugees, only official employees of the Great Wilderness Group. As long as you follow orders and fight with your life, I guarantee you will have meat to eat and clothes to wear in this year of disaster. There's a knife to hold, willing to die for the Eastern household. Become our group's first debtor. He still brought it along. 想报. Wang Defa conducted asset audits. Deduct the mortgage department. Your personal debt has just been cleared to zero. But during these 3 months, you took medicine from me. It occupies medical resources. This debt must be repaid with labor. You took my field. You took my house. What else do you want? Arranging for you to start working. According to the assessment by the HR department of Dahuang Group, you have no professional technical skills, lack of management skills, and employees with severe cardiovascular conditions. It means you're now the lowest level low-ranking servant in P1 under my name. Your position was assigned to the Department of Ecological Circulation. What is ecological circulation? Carry manure. The strength limit of pig iron pipes is too low. It cannot carry propellant charges of higher yields. It is necessary to switch to solid round balls cast from pig iron. Inside, it was hollowed out to fill with gunpowder and iron scraps. All 3,000 mu of irrigated land are planted with high-yield winter wheat. Next year's grain production will be, it reached an extremely terrifying scale. Pure stone flows soul skills and supervisors. Water guns can't hold such a large fortune. How much combustion aid material remains after being blended? The first batch of ore in the mountains has already been used for gold. Currently, 600 gene are in stock. I need a large amount of wrought iron to make the protective barrel base. The standards for blacksmiths, handcrafted craftsmanship vary greatly. A standardized processing assembly line must be established. Rules must be established. If you don't set a strong enough bottom line, these 3,000 mu of fertile land would only attract greedy people from all sides. The granary east of Dongjia City was besieged. It was the bandit from Black Wind Stronghold. How did he know that corrupt officials had granaries left behind? The brothers saw the registrar's belt with their own eyes. He ordered the horse owner to prepare for the eastern part of the city. That corrupt official is insatiably greedy. Sancheng Valley was not satisfied. He sold us to Haifeng Stronghold. They wanted to divide the 100,000 gene of grain. Laozu, combat data for firearms is seriously insufficient. The test targets have already been delivered. Notify the entire security team. Bring all the flamethrowers. Let's go get to these natives. A place spanning 1,000 years of firepower coverage. Flames roared. The ground was covered with scorched earth. This is a final blow. Let the natives witness true power. Exorcise demons, subdue demons. Lord Lu's bounty at Blackwind Stronghold. Plus these horses and weapons. Converted. The county office's achievements in anti-bandit operations this year have been outstanding. Is it hot enough to get 30% dry shares? Yes. Manager Zhou. I am deceived. This is the mother tribe secretly colluding with horse bandits. 杀主不安民心, and sent out to Anmin to handle official documents. Issued official land reclamation permits to Dahuang Group. Would it be inappropriate to finish before darkfall today? The fate of Blackwind Stronghold is yours. All 3,000 mu of irrigated land have been reclaimed. The Heishan vein requires excavation of 3 new or openings. 4 blast furnaces in the military-industrial zone are required. 10. Continuous operation for 2 hours. There is also the construction of surrounding flood control ditches. Old Joe, we currently have 200 employees. Even if they were treated like livestock, it is far from filling this labor gap. How much is missing? At least 10,000 people. Heavy physical labor causes great losses. Plus, the drought hasn't ended yet. The refugees were in extremely poor health. Population numbers must compensate for inefficiency. The host has 10,000 people. How is this possible? The refugees outside the city were starving to death. Bring in 10,000 people. Our 100,000 gene of grain will be used up in half a month. If they were to change China, we can't stop it. It can't be stopped because there are no interests tied to it. Who said I was going to raise them for free? Old Black. You 200 people. From today, all were promoted to HR specialists of the Great Wilderness Group. Why is the Easter household the personnel specialist? Just go outside and call for someone for me. The severe drought caused 3 surrounding cities to pass and remain. Over 100,000 refugees were fleeing everywhere. These people are the free money printers. I now issue a decree for the Great Wilderness Group. The first version of group buying and recruiting new users is set by the rules. First, everyone stop doing heavy labor. Your only task now is to return your fellow townsmen and relatives. Recruiting people from the refugee camp to report to the Great Wilderness Group. Bring in an adult laborer. On the day of the event, you'll be rewarded with an extra bowl of thick porridge. Bring in 3 people. Every day, you'll be rewarded with half a mixed flour bun. Recruit 10 people. Recruit 10 people. You don't need to go down to the fields anymore. Full-time production has become the pinnacle at the bottom level. Recruit 50 people. You will be directly promoted to AP4 level management position in Da Huang Group. Each month, he received 2 taels of silver. What's more, year-end revenue dividends for the group. I rank the top 10 people for new recruits. Issue a loss of 1/1000. Landlord. Jinjin gave the silver. What did those people who were brought in eat? The person brought in is called a new user. 3 days before new users join. Every day, I would send a bowl of worms made with thick, charred ingredients. Age-coarse grains mixed with mountain powder and sand. As long as they don't starve, that's enough. 3 days later, they either went down to mine and turned the soil for me, earning a fixed salary of just 1 bowl of porridge a day, or try to attract more new users like you. A typical pyramid scheme viral model, exploiting the demographic dividend of new population to the extreme, using the headcount of the lowest class to support the interests of the middle and upper classes. Yes. Yes. Do you want to live? My owner, Da Huang Group, has 100,000 gene of grain in Zhou Bo. Hiring now. If you go, you get porridge to drink every day. But I don't pull the trash. Who comes with me? You can take a bite of this pancake right now. Yes. I'll go with you. Let me do anything. Cousin, count this as one of my spots. If you're in charge of meals, can I call my dad and my wife along? Go. Bring everyone who can walk on the road. As long as you bring 3 people, arriving at the east side of the city, I'll reward you with half a demon. The Da Huang Group in Chengdong has distributed grain. Anyone who can breathe will be beaten to death. Pull 3 people and give them extra face masks. Bro, have you heard of Big Account Group / Come and count on my name. Guaranteed to merge with you. Lao Lin. IoT speed. As of this morning's Mao hour, there were 23,000 registered live individuals. Your game has been played by 23,000 people. Just maintaining the minimum calorie consumption of meat porridge every day, it would consume 4,000 gene of grain. We secured 100,000 gene of grain. Plus, the insect catching team was busy day and night catching locusts. It can last up to 12 days at most. What's more, our current firearms stockpile, even if each person has their own responsibility, it still couldn't stop the advance of 5,000 regular troops, or flee into the mountains with the last of their remaining grain, or they would be trampled by the army in 12 days, or they will be torn apart by the backlash of 20,000 starving people. Good Lin Feng. Over 20,000 daily active users. What capitalist have you ever seen give up such a huge traffic pool, huh? The food is gone. So they went to seize those who had grain. The Imperial Army arrived. Let them come and go. Pass my message to old Hay. These 20,000 people don't need to be screened. Choose 1,000 who are not afraid of death. The 10 statues in the backyard were just cast yesterday. Bring out the good big iron bucket. Wang homemade cannon. You haven't even measured recoil or barrel explosion rate. War is the greatest test of stress. Notify all management at P4 level and above to hold a meeting. The Great Wilderness Group was ready to welcome them. The bloody baptism of the first series, a financing round. This. Yes. Listen carefully. The prefecture has transferred 5,000 Xiong army troops, heading toward this place. Their goal is to kill you all. They seized 100,000 jin of wheat from the granary. Standing up and crying cannot bring food. The Great Wilderness Group does not keep useless people. From today, the waiting to die system for mixed meals has been removed. Implement performance evaluation for all employees. First, attendance clock in. Work began at the third quarter of the Mao hour. Queue to receive your identity wooden token. A late incense burner arrives and deducted the entire daily grain supply. Those who leave early are punished with 20 strokes of a cane. Second, enter 007's wartime struggle mode. What is 007? There is simply no daylight. There is no night. Eating and sleeping at their posts. As long as you can't die, just go all out. Third, last place eliminated and punished. Groups of 10. No quota, or can be mined today. The group can't finish the quota pig iron. The whole team had no food. Top 10 groups. Extra meal tonight. Eating dry biscuits with meat broth. The Great Wilderness is my home. Performance depends on everyone. Today, work is not hard. Tomorrow, hang bark around your neck. Good. Da Huang is my home. Performance depends on everyone. Public. Hey. The iron pipes for the third group of Kuaijiao are already formed. Hey. We absolutely cannot lose. If you lose, there's no meat to eat. Don't sleep or get up quickly. The big boss isn't slacking off. He really couldn't do it anymore. Master, I haven't slept. I can still fight. Ha ha, stop pretending. The big boss isn't slacking off. He really couldn't do it anymore. Yes. Stop, old hay. Go to the warehouse to get half a dried roast chicken and take another bright red silk flower. Yes. Yes. Dainiu has been on duty continuously for 36 hours. 40 pig iron gun barrels were manufactured. 0 defective product rate. The blessings of the Great Wilderness Group are meant for them. People like you willing to risk your life. From today, Dainiu was promoted to director of the Dahuang Heavy Industry Workshop and rewarded him with 100 jin of fine grain. He is a model worker of our Dahuang group this month. Yes. A scholar dies for a confidant to his neighbor. Okay, good. Today I must snatch this hammer and smoke it out. Whoever advised me to rest, I struck them. Everyone get lost. That stove is mine. I have to work overtime. I'm going to die here today. He still had to knock out this pipe. No one can stop me from grabbing the plastic can. Exploiting leftover value has turned into a cult vibe. Your people can hold out for at most 2 more days. Just hold on for a couple of days. What about your data? 30 homemade cannons in Huadang, Xiandang have been completed. 800 triggered matchlock guns. 1,000 solid iron bullets. The black hole stock required 2,000 jin. Plus, it was dug out outside the Fire City River. 3 pin-shaped traffic moats. As long as the enemy side charges in dense formations. 5,000 people. I can make them 500 steps away. Resulting in over 30% casualties. The army of Zhou Bo and the court crossed Huangmu Bridge. At most, half an hour left. The vanguard battalion's 800 cavalry were just under our noses. Yaya. Jiangbao. Old Hadian has 1,000 employees who have received the red flower. Well, let's call our Series A investors. Heading to the front gate to hold a roadshow. Let these bumpkins take a look. The muscles of our great wilderness group. "500 paces. 300 paces to enter the optimal range of the Huatang cannon. Fire." Awe. A row of people step forward. Aim and release. Yes. Ha. My lord, look at the professional capabilities of my security team. Can you get an A-level performance? Yes. Black art. Where did a group of refugees get such a demonic aura? The general calmed his anger. That's not sorcery. It's an extremely powerful fart. That Zhou Bo has some skill. Gathering 20,000 people. Holding 100,000 gene of grain in his hand. This is a huge deal. A big deal. I was publicly slaughtered by 800 Vanguard. Jiang, you would die in a head-on clash. Why use real knives and guns to deal with peasants? Cutting off his retreat. For companies jointly posted a post. Seal off all the pig iron salt routes in the surrounding 3 counties. At the same time, grain prices in the market have risen tenfold tonight. Here's why. The daily consumption of food and salt by 20,000 people is a huge amount. Without giving Tai Xiu, there is no demonic aura. Without salt, he would collapse in less than 3 days of physical strength. Grain prices have skyrocketed. Let those 20,000 people know that not a single grain of rice can be bought outside. Panic and doubt. 100,000 soldiers are enough for them to fight each other. Within 10 days, that man surnamed Zhou is doomed. That feng shui treasure land and 20,000 slaves are all ours. Yes. The owner ran out of salt. 5 consecutive days of salt fasting. The Kadi brothers sweat a lot. Cramps in his hands and feet. The road is unstable. All the coarse salt outside was bought out. 1 gene sells for 2 taels of silver. The pig iron was also broken. The iron mine was taken over by Guanbing. Iron is cast into spears. Grain prices outside have risen tenfold. The refugees spread rumors that offending powerful families would immediately cut off supplies. This morning, 3 groups showed signs of desertion. Blocking supply chains. Driving up inflation. Triggering an internal run. The 4 major grain merchants are somewhat stronger than Wang, Zaijiang. That's because you don't understand the market, Old Land. The Montenegrin vein contains guano and sulfur. Is there salt? On the sunny side of Heishan, there is an abandoned saline alkali pond. Contains sodium chloride. The Great Chu folk law can't be removed. Crash into the car to learn detoxification and purification. But I can use firewood to keep it warm. 2 tons of refined snow salt per day. Guanite has 10 layers of semi-mature limonite. Use high temperature and charcoal blasting. Iron smelting is no problem. Starting today. Salary structure adjustment. Stop the hair and make it a mess. Dehydration and electrolyte disorder. Basal metabolic collapse. From a medical perspective, 5 days without salt is the limit. A salt gap of 20,000 people. You can't make up for the wolfish culture. If the owner doesn't post a mess, why bother posting? The brothers are rebelling. Salaries are settled by the group. Discover money every day. The more work you do, the more money is distributed. Notify all employees. The Dahuang Group's internal welfare supply and marketing cooperative was officially inaugurated. Currently, companies are trying to. 1 step to reach the Zentrellis. A gene of snow salt sells for only 10 1 dough of rice maintained the original price of 1 tael of silver. The price difference between the employers. Brothers have money to buy internally. Not only does it not starve, those who can't afford expensive grain outside will do so. Go crazy and join our great wilderness group. All I want is for them to go crazy. The 4 major grain merchants don't like to pull the grain. Our high price is harvesting leaks. Then I'll be in their base. Insert a directional explosive mine inside. Tomorrow is dawn. I want to see 20,000 employees who receive salaries. Launched a counter-strangulation against the Great Chu commercial system. Zhao Cheng's killer moves didn't stop there. He spent a fortune to hire the martial arts assassination organization Bloodkill Tower. Tonight, it's midnight. Assassins entered the camp. Take our heads. All right. Since they don't act according to commercial rules, then just walk through hell.